Shaken, Discovering Your True Identity in the Midst of Life's Storms is a memoir written by Tim Tebow, a former NFL quarterback and current professional baseball player. In this book, Tebow shares his personal struggles and how he found strength and purpose in his faith during some of the toughest moments of his life. Here is a detailed summary of the book, along with key takeaways that can be applied to life. Chapter 1. Shaken. Tebow starts the book by sharing a story about a time when he was benched during his football career. He felt like he had lost his identity as a quarterback and didn't know who he was without football. This experience led him to realize that he had been placing too much emphasis on his career, and not enough on his faith. The key takeaway from this chapter is that our identity should not be based on external factors, like our jobs or accomplishments, but on our relationship with God. Chapter 2. Identity. In this chapter, Tebow talks about the importance of understanding our identity. He shares how he struggled with his identity as a child because he was dyslexic and didn't fit in with his peers. However, he found comfort and strength in his faith and in knowing that God loved him just the way he was. The key takeaway from this chapter is that our identity is not defined by our circumstances or abilities, but by who we are in Christ. Chapter 3. Worth. Tebow shares how he struggled with feelings of worthlessness after being cut from his football team. He felt like he had let himself and everyone else down. However, he realized that his worth is not based on his performance or accomplishments, but on the fact that he is a child of God. The key takeaway from this chapter is that our worth is not determined by what we do or how others perceive us, but by our inherent value as human beings created by God. Chapter 4. Purpose. In this chapter, Tebow talks about the importance of having a sense of purpose in life. He shares how he struggled with finding his purpose after leaving football, but eventually found it in his foundation, which helps children with life-threatening illnesses. The key takeaway from this chapter is that our purpose in life is not always clear, but if we seek God and listen to His guidance, we will find it. Chapter 5. Adversity. Tebow shares how he has faced many challenges and adversities in his life, including being bullied as a child, being cut from his football team, and dealing with criticism from the media. However, he has learned that adversity can help us grow and become stronger if we face it with the right mindset. The key takeaway from this chapter is that we should not be afraid of adversity, but embrace it as an opportunity to grow and become stronger. Chapter 6. Perspective. Tebow talks about the importance of having the right perspective in life. He shares how he has learned to focus on the things that really matter, like his faith, family, and friends, and not get caught up in the things that don't matter, like fame and fortune. The key takeaway from this chapter is that having the right perspective can help us live a more fulfilling and meaningful life. Chapter 7. Gratitude. In this chapter, Tebow talks about the importance of being grateful for what we have, even in the midst of difficult circumstances. He shares how he has learned to be grateful for the small things in life, like a beautiful sunset or a good meal, and how this has helped him find joy even in difficult times. The key takeaway from this chapter is that gratitude can help us find joy and contentment in any situation. Chapter 8. Relationships. Tebow shares how important relationships are in his life, and how he has learned to prioritize them over his career. He talks about the importance of investing in relationships with family and friends, and how this has helped him find purpose and meaning in life. The key takeaway from this chapter is that relationships are essential to a fulfilling life, and we should prioritize them over our careers and other pursuits. Chapter 9. Hope. Tebow talks about the importance of having hope, even in the darkest of times. He shares how his faith has helped him find hope in difficult situations, like when he was dealing with injuries or being cut from his football team. The key takeaway from this chapter is that hope can help us persevere through difficult times and give us the strength to keep going. Chapter 10. Faith. In the final chapter of the book, Tebow talks about the importance of faith in his life. He shares how his faith has helped him find purpose, hope, and strength in difficult times, and how it has helped him become the person he is today. The key takeaway from this chapter is that faith can help us find meaning and purpose in life, and give us the strength to face any challenge. Overall, Shaken, Discovering Your True Identity in the Midst of Life's Storms is a powerful and inspiring book that offers valuable insights and lessons for anyone going through difficult times. The key takeaways from the book include understanding our identity, finding our purpose, embracing adversity, having the right perspective, being grateful, investing in relationships, having hope, and having faith. By applying these principles in our own lives, we can find strength, purpose, and meaning in the midst of life's storms.